Hello neighbors, it's Brad here at eTrailer, and today we're taking a look at the Timbren Severe Service Suspension Enhancement for your rear axle. Now this is how it's going to sit when it's installed, and this one is a press-in style. Now these just simply replace your factory jounce bumpers, and yours may be a bolt-in application, but all of these are going to be no drill. They just simply take out your factory jounce and add this height. And they're all going to live about an inch above the rear axle. And what that means is you're going to get this to initiate a lot quicker. So minimal amounts of sag is going to push this against the rear axle, and this is going to start working. Whereas before, your factory jounce bumper clearly is quite a bit shorter, and there's a lot of sagging that's going to happen before it starts working. Now they're all made of an AON rubber, and it's a hollow rubber spring, and what that does is allow the suspension to still flex, and it's also going to be progressive, so it becomes more rigid as you add more weight. So that way if you have a light load, it's not getting too firm, but as you add that weight on, it's going to be able to hold up to that as it progresses. Now because we only have that inch gap, it isn't really designed for someone that's just going to occasionally tow, because as the suspension works, it is going to kind of hit this. This is more set up for someone that consistently tows something or has something in the bed of their truck. So if you have an in-bed camper, or if you have a salt spreader on the back of your truck, or if you have a designated tow rig like we have here, and all you do is tow your fifth wheel, it's going to be a great option for you. Now, if you are just an occasional tower or occasionally put loads in your vehicle, you might want to look at something that's a little less severe than these. And there's plenty of other options available from Timbren that are really great. And these are just, again, a little bit more heavy duty for just your occasional tower. Now, not only does this help support the weight of the load that you have and just kind of give you a better ride, it also has a lot of added benefits that you may not notice right away. And that's going to be the fact that you can reduce a little bit of the sway. So if that wind gust comes, this is going to help settle that down. It's also good for uneven loads. It also is going to take some of the shock out of the trailer, keeping that a little bit more stable as well. It's also going to allow the vehicle to not sag as much, keeping your headlights down instead of pointing up. You're also going to get more steering feel, better braking, and overall it's just going to take away the stress that's put on the suspension. Now you may be saying, what about airbags? And airbags are a great option. You get a little bit of adjustability with the pressure that you put in the bags, but with airbags does come a little bit more extensive of an install, plus you're routing wires, and you're going to have to fill those up whenever you need to go. And that's not the case here. These are no maintenance once they pop in. It's a short, quick installation, where airbags can be a little bit more tricky. These are going to work every single time. You don't have to worry about leaks because it's rubber. It's just going to work just as your factory jounce bumper did. Now, depending on your vehicle application, it's going to have a different weight capacity that matches your vehicle. So most of them fall into the range of about 7,000 to 10,000 pound capacity. And that's not to say it's going to add that onto your towing capacity, but it is going to be able to supplement for that weight. But something smaller like a Toyota Tacoma is going to be about a 5,000, whereas it goes all the way up to 15 for something like an F650 or 750. So a wide range, but they're all going to do the same thing and have the same results. And that was a look at the Timbren Severe Service Suspension Enhancement for your rear axle.